as long as it starts with J.
Yeah.
What about JT?
Yeah. Oh, JT, home team. Now, you know me, a home team.
Oh.
Yeah, we go back like coffee.
Yeah. You guys been talking before the show? Long distance? No.
Oh,
Yeah, she's doing.
If she don't bring me anything back from that state fair in Texas, we'll be smoking the city.
Now I know how to get on your good side. Bring your presents.
Yes.
All right,
hey,
guys.
how you doing today?
I'm about to find out.
We're all about to find out. All right, guys, let's start today with Tom Brady. He got Julian Edelman back from suspension, and Brady had a big night. He threw 3 touchdown passes, including the 500th of his career. That was to Josh Gordon early in the fourth quarter. And the Patriots beat the Colts 38-24. It was the second straight game the New England offense scored 38 points, and next week they have a major showdown with the Kansas City Chiefs. So, Shannon, let's start with you.
Yes.
Pass out some grades. How would you grade Tom Brady's performance?
I'll give him a B. I thought he did some good things. I thought he was off a little bit. If you just look at the last throw, before the Colts got that last touchdown skip, it was 3rd and 3. He had James White wide open. He skipped the ball to him. And I know people are looking like it's a 21-point lead, but what if it's a 3-point lead? What if it's a 7-point lead? When you could have kept their offense from getting back on the field, you didn't let that happen. I thought he got away with one, throwing the ball up to Josh Gordon. You would never advise a quarterback, even though the great Tom Brady, you don't put the ball up in the double coverage like that. He dodged that bullet. I just thought he was off a little bit. He's not the sharp Tom Brady that we've seen the last 2 years, because he normally comes out, even though they might struggle early on, he's normally a lot sharper than what he showed last night. So that's why I gave him a B, but he threw 3 touchdowns. I thought, especially the Gronk interception wasn't his. Maybe he led Hogan a little bit too much, but Hogan knows he has to catch that football. I thought they made a concerted effort to get Julian Edelman going early, Skip, and he's the guy. He's the difference maker in that offense. What was so demoralizing to the Colts, Skip, is that without those interceptions, the Patriots are going to hang 50-plus on them. It wasn't like they were stopping them. They were just, uncharacteristic mistakes, especially at home. The Patriots do not turn the football over at home. They got a little careless with the football. Julian Edelman was back. They couldn't even get him to 3rd down. It was like 1st down, 2nd down, 1st down. 1st down, 2nd down, 1st down. So, but I thought he could. I've seen him sharper, especially early in the season. He wasn't as crisp as I thought he would have been, considering that they're playing the Colts. Colts, Skip, they're not very good. You know that. I know that. But I gave him a B. Tom Brady can play better than what he's shown, and I believe he will.
So you're acting like the B is like generous on your part, right?
No. Normally when you grade Tom Brady or you grade Aaron Rodgers, it's automatically you start with.
Don't put those two in the same.
Stop it, Skip Bayless.
Please.
This is my argument. This is me.
This is
how I
Brady's
grade.
day.
This is
that was his night.
This is how I grade test papers.
You're going higher than a B?
You do pick some nits, don't you? I'm glad I didn't have you for my English courses.
No, because
Vanderbilt, I might not have made all A's.
No, because you turn in extra work, you're going to get it. It might not be good. Just because you turn in extra credit, Skip, doesn't make it great.
So, as usual, Jamie, I saw a very different football game.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe I need a new TV. I don't know. Maybe I need your glasses. Should I borrow your glasses?
You sure could.
Some night. Maybe I'd see clearly, because I'd see a whole different
New
football
television.
game. So, I give Tom Brady for last night's performance an A-, because you failed to point out that he was obviously victimized by 3 of his favorite targets, because a Chris Hogan drop, and that was a drop, turned into 1 interception, and then a Gronk drop, and that was a drop, turned into the 2nd interception that should not have been, and Julian Edelman, I know this is what happens when you've missed a year and 4 games of football, but he flat out cold dropped a pass that would have gone for, conservatively 30 more yards? 30, maybe 40, I don't know.
Maybe a touchdown.
Maybe a touchdown. So if I add all that up, that would have easily put Tom Brady, if you have the 2 catches that were dropped and the Edelman drop that should have been caught, he easily goes over 400 yards for the night, and that would have been his 13th career 400-plus yard passing night. That would have put him up at 37 of 44, which would have been 84% if those 3 footballs had been caught, and you gave him a B for that, and he should have been 84% completion? Really?
What about if the one he threw to Josh Gordon was picked?
Thank you for making my next point. Why did I give him A-? Because the great irony of last night's game was that Tom Brady's 500th career touchdown pass was by far his worst decision and worst throw of the night, because it looked to me like Chris Hogan just ran free up the left seam.
He did. He missed it.
And I don't know what he was doing, but he hesitated, and he had all day to throw until he decided not to throw it to Chris Hogan. Then all of a sudden, a rusher comes free late, right in Brady's face, and he throws a fall-away pass where he's on his back foot, falling backwards, just throwing basically a punt up to the right corner of the end zone. And Josh Gordon, his new weapon, had run what we used to call a zig out. I don't know what you guys call that pattern, but it's an in and out pattern. Yeah. And the corner who has him is in pretty good shape. He's in pretty good position. And the safety falls back into not good position, but perfect position.
Correct.
So I'm thinking, was it because, I don't know who these kids are, but Chris Milton is the corner. He's a third-year kid, undrafted out of Georgia Tech. And Matthias Farley is a third-year kid who was undrafted out of Notre Dame.
They just signed him like this week.
Okay, so they're backup and backup. Okay,
yeah.
So you got two backups on a kid who has Hall of Fame capabilities,
correct,
right, in Josh Gordon. So it's a punt by Tom Brady, and it's thrown up. And I don't know what happened, but both the kids just, I don't know if they lost it in the lights or they just completely did not play the football, especially number 41, the safety, Farley.
Right.
You just, it's like that you put that in your back pocket, right?
Right.
And instead, it falls right to Josh Gordon. But I will say this. I think Tom Brady now trusts Josh Gordon enough to know he can win jump balls for you, because he is 6 feet 3 inches tall. And what's he go, 225?
Easy.
And he is weight room strong.
Yeah.
So he will go up and snatch it for you. And we saw in that opener for the Cleveland Browns against Pittsburgh, he went up down at the goal line and just snatched it out of the air.
Yep.
So I think Brady's thinking, desperate here a little bit, but I'm going to try this one. And he got away with it for his 500th career touchdown pass. And it was ironic because he's always so surgically precise. And that was the opposite of what Tom Brady has done to get to 500, right?
Right.
Okay, so I'm going to give you that, which is why I gave him a minus. But once again, Josh Gordon, I'm going to say what I said that first day. He is the closest thing Brady has had to Randy Moss since Randy Moss.
Oh, yeah,
and
no
he
question.
continues to emerge game after game, and it's happened much faster than I thought it would. Tom Brady is starting to trust him. He is a nuclear weapon, and he changes everything, because I'm watching last night, and I'm thinking, so wait a second. What do you do with Gronk, who was nicked last night? He had a bad ankle, though he seemed to be okay, but so Gronk catches 6 of 7 targets last night for 75 yards. Julian Edelman is back. What do you do now with Edelman with Josh Gordon on the field? Because Julian caught 7 of 9 targets for 57 yards. Well, that's hard to stop because they have such rapport wavelength on all those underneath option routes. It's just almost like it's like unfair, right, on the short stuff. And then what do you do with James White? Because he gets targeted 14 times last night and catches 10. I'll give you there was one low throw late, but he catches 10 balls. And I know we were talking the other day about he's more of a catcher than a runner, but he made one defender miss in the open field. He can make you miss occasionally. Yeah. Okay, so all of a sudden, this thing falls back into sync where we saw them struggle at Jacksonville, at Detroit, because there was no Edelman and there was no Josh Gordon. Well, guess what? Now Sony Michel starts to find creases, and he goes 18 times for 98 yards, and they're starting to look like, right?
I told you, I wasn't worried about Sonny Michel for the simple fact, Skip, he needs to run in what we call 11 personnel, 3 wide receivers and 1 tight end. He needs space. He needs lanes.
He was getting space.
They tried to line up. He's not an I-back. So you give him those lanes, and he made a great move, went up inside, gave a stiff arm, and got down the sideline. And the thing is, but I'm looking at the Colts, Skip, and I'm looking at the defense, and I'm like, okay, when Patterson comes into the game, he's not running a comeback. He's not running a slant. He's not running a speed out. He's running bubble screens. He comes into the game, they throws him a bubble screen.
That wasn't even that was like, I don't even know what it was. He just stood up and flipped it to him.
Okay, then he comes in what we call short motion. They throw it to him again. Bruh, when he's in the game, they're running bubble screens or they're running pick plays. I look at Julian Edelman. He's the in-slide slot. They got Gronk and they got Hogan I think it was Hogan on the outside. I said, watch the pick. Watch the pick. Skip, I'm at home on my couch. I ain't watching not one lick of film. I'm screaming, watch the pick. And what is it? The one that Edelman dropped. Dude, really? Man, I was like, and then I'm watching Ebron. I'm looking at Chung lining up over him. I see the safety creeping down McCourty. Ebron, Chung's coming. Guess what he does? Chung comes, he has to grab him around the neck. They didn't call him for. I'm like, does anybody watch film? But Skip, Tom Brady is great, but you have to understand when you talk about these great quarterbacks, you expect them to be exemplary. That's how they became who they are. I just think that he missed some throws that he would like to have back. Look, I guess maybe that's a thing that a sign of things to come, because he would put the ball up to Moss like he put up to Josh Gordon, believing that if it's 1-2, he likes his chances with Randy Moss against 1-2 guys.
That is correct.
So maybe you're right. Maybe that's his new Randy Moss, and he's willing to put the ball in harm's way, knowing that Josh Gordon's ability will let him get up and get the ball.
Okay. So, silly me, you said that Tom Brady just didn't look as sharp as he looked even earlier this year. I thought last night he looked better than ever. I thought it was vintage Tom Brady. At 41, he looks better than ever. And he's going to have to be better than ever if they are going to be the force I think they could be, because defensively, I think they're still very challenged. And to your point, the Colts are not injury riddled. They are decimated, right?
Yes.
And yet, look at what Andrew Luck did. And I got to give him a quick shout out here, because the last two games, Andrew Luck's looked pretty good. I know he threw one ridiculous interception last night, but how about this? Their offense had 439 yards to 438 yards for the Patriots, right?
81 plays.
Yeah, 81 plays. And they converted, Indianapolis did, 9 of 18 third and fourth downs against the Patriot defense. Do you love that? Because I don't love that, right?
Nope, that's not good. That gets you beat.
And on third downs allowed this year, the Patriots are 25th in allowing third down conversions. That's not playoff caliber, right? So all of a sudden the offense has sprung back to life, thanks in large part to the best quarterback, who is still the best quarterback in pro football, Tom Brady, and he's going to have to outscore teams down the stretch, because have you looked at their schedule from here on? If you looked at their I know you say it's the AFC least, but have you looked at it? May I tell you who's coming down the pike here?
Who's coming?
Non-division games. They have Kansas City, who obviously has a huge game Sunday against Jacksonville, but it's a week from Sunday night at home. They get Kansas City. Then they have to go to Chicago. Packers visit Foxborough. They have to go to Tennessee. That is no joke. That's no gift. Then the Vikings go to Foxborough, and they finish off their non-division schedule at Pittsburgh. Okay, it's just not
Pittsburgh either.
Okay, well, I'm just saying that there's going to be grudge battle there. These are not gift games. It's going to be difficult, and they already lost at Jacksonville. So I'm having to stick by what I thought after the Jacksonville loss, which is I'm afraid Tom Brady is going to have to go back to Jacksonville in the playoffs and right the wrong at Jacksonville.
You might be right, Skip, but if you look at Andrew Luck, you said he's played well. Skip, he's thrown the ball 121 times the last two games.
He threw 62 times against the Houston Texans, but he completed 40.
And then he came back on a short week and threw it 59 times.
Okay.
He's on pace to
it looks like that's all they got.
I know, but here's
he didn't have T.Y. Hilton left.
I want to know, you know what, when they sacked Tom Brady, not Tom Brady, Andrew Luck. Is that not a penalty? Two guys landed on Andrew Luck. Body weight.
I didn't see that.
Oh, you didn't see the sack?
I must have missed that.
You didn't miss it.
Yeah.
You didn't miss it. Well, we got it right here. There it is right there. Boom. So I guess if one guy lands on you, it's a penalty. Yeah. But if two, because the top guy gets cushioned by the middle guy, really, Skip?
Yeah, that's pretty close to body weight.
Yeah, pretty close. I think it was body weight.
Okay.
It did Sonny Michel.
Would that have changed the outcome of the football game?
Skip, that's a first down, as opposed to being fourth down and getting up the field and having your punt team come up.
It did get to 24-17 with 12:48 left in the game, which was.
And then Pascal dropping everything they threw to him. Rogers
dropped
everything that came his way. Pascal, I don't know what's going to happen, but they picked him up off waivers from Tennessee. If you want to get back on waivers again, have another game like you had last night, and you'll see what happens. Look, Tom Brady is Tom Brady, Skip. I just thought he was off, especially on
just off?
Skip. When you look at
off, he could have been 37 or 40.
And he could have been worse now. Okay, if he could have been that, what could Andrew Luck have been?
I don't care about Andrew Luck.
But I've
never liked him.
Well, it is not about like Skip. You got to critique and analyze both sides of the game. You just can't say with Tom Brady. Granted, Tom Brady is great. the Super Bowl, the 500 touchdown. But I don't think if somebody say Tom Brady's going to throw for his 500 touchdown, I don't think you would have called that. Well, he's going to throw it up to Josh Gordon in between two guys. You wouldn't have called that, would you?
Well, what I wouldn't have called in my wildest dreams was Tom Brady's 500 touchdown pass will be caught by Josh Gordon?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. Who would have thought that?
No.
It's like impossible. And Josh Gordon caught it. And guess what? Guess what, Mr. Sharp?
What happened?
This is vintage Tom Brady, too, because as he threw his 500 touchdown pass, it went to yet another different receiver.
Yeah.
Josh Gordon was the 71st different receiver to catch a touchdown pass over Tom Brady's magical career. And that broke Vinny Testaverde's record of 70 different receivers, and that's pretty impressive. To me, that's even more impressive than the 500 touchdown passes.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's been in the league 19 years.
Yep.
And
He's been in one place, playing for one coach.
But those
who considers receivers disposable parts.
But the turnover.
Every week they fire another receiver. Every week they bring in another receiver.
What's the turnover per team per year, Skip? And you add that up times 19. You make it seem like he's had the same receivers for 10 plus years. They got rid of Wes Welker. They got rid of Deion Branch, and Troy Brown retired. It happens, Skip, when you play. Listen, when you play or when you do anything for an extended period of time. Let's just say I collect 10 cans a day, and I've been collecting cans for 20 years. Jamie, you would like to think at the end of those 20 years, I'm going to have a hell of a lot of cans. Well, Tom Brady's played 19 years with a lot.
But Tom Brady's collecting cans and throwing touchdown passes to his cans. They're just a bunch of tin cans.
No, don't do that.
Yes, he is.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
He's collected 71 tin cans. Think of that.
So which is it now? When he plays well, are those 10 cans still catch Edelman?
Remember training camp? Jordan Matthews, Kenny Britt, Malcolm Mitchell. Do you want me to go on? Eric Decker?
Okay.
They're all gone. They're all gone. I thought they were all going to contribute. They're all gone.
There are a lot of guys that get cut on a team during the course of the year, be it training camp, during the season.
Belichick can get away with, get rid of it. Get rid of it. Because he's got Tom Brady, and Tom Brady will make anybody go.
But I'm not arguing that. But you can't say that now when they lose and say he doesn't have anybody.
Well,
because when he wins,
now he has somebody. He did not have anybody to speak of at Jacksonville and at Detroit.
Okay, well,
then he got Josh Gordon, and he had him against the Dolphins.
Well, I'm going to love that matchup, Jalen Ramsey on Josh Gordon, because now that matchup plays favorably to Jalen Ramsey, because that's a big receiver that's not great, that doesn't have great lateral quickness. He's a fast guy.
Okay, but as I just detailed to you, now who's going to take Gronk, and now who's going to take Edelman, now who's going to take Hogan, and especially who's going to take James White, because they will all hurt you. Right?
Yeah. Because James White is really their running game. When you're not handing to Sonny Michel, he's getting 3-4 yards here and there, and now he keeps them on rhythm. Now it's 3rd and 3, 3rd and shorts, something like that. But hey, Brady was great. We're going to talk about this later. I still see some things that teams can take advantage of, and I'm sure they're thinking the exact same thing. There are some things. Now, we know we're going to have to score points. Tom Brady's going to score his points. But when we get our opportunities, we can't settle for field goals. I think Adam Vinatieri missing that field goal early, I think that took a lot of some momentum away from him, too, because they got the ball and went right down the field, and then he dunked it off the upright.
John Gruden wishes Vinatieri had missed a field goal in a playoff game in the snow. Remember that? Well, that launched the dynasty. Don't get me started on the Tuck rule, but whatever.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Oh, really? So, bottom line to last night, on a great night for Tom Brady, I would like to applaud what our man Troy Aikman said on the Fox broadcast.
What did he say?
Because you don't listen to the sound, right? He made a very interesting point, and he prefaced it. I'm just going to paraphrase this point, but he prefaced it by saying that many in the media won't agree with this, but he applauded Tom Brady for always being in a good mood, always being very enthusiastic, and being a great ambassador for, as Troy said, our game. And he is a great ambassador for the game. You guys, Rob Parker, others, you won't give him that credit, but I do think he's been great for the NFL just in the way he presents himself.
Was Peyton Manning great for the game?
Yep, he was. He's not playing anymore.
What I'm saying, so Aaron Rodgers is not great. Drew Brees is not great.
I don't know about Aaron.
Okay, Drew. What about Drew?
He's been great.
Russell Wilson.
Okay, but who's the best quarterback?
But that's not besides the point.
I just think it's important that the best quarterback is also a great image maker for the league. Like he presents the right face and
he has an occasional tantrum, though.
Yeah, but don't you say that. Jamie, don't you do that.
What tantrum?
You know
I don't
what
know
tantrum.
any tantrums.
What about all those?
I know two. You can do two. How many years did he play, Shannon?
Whoa.
And they're not even tantrums.
Now we excuse it based on years. So he's been in the league 19 years. He's only had two. So that's 9.5 years.
He had two.
Okay, what about the foul mouth? What about the potty mouth? Are you okay with that?
Which potty mouth?
You know which potty mouth I'm talking about.
Versus Tom?
I don't care if it's
I was
Tom.
surprised by that.
No, why are you surprised? Is that a great ambassador? Is that what you want people hearing?
Is that what you want people hearing from LeBron James?
Look, we're not talking about LeBron. You try to do?
Potty mouth.
No, this ain't the shell game, Skip Bayless.
Yeah.
We only got one cup, and the shell. Hey, the ball is in here.
Who's more popular and more important to his league than Tom Brady? LeBron James.
Of course.
The ultimate potty mouth.
Who's the greatest thing going today? LeBron James.
Thank you. You like that foul language?
Whoa.
Yeah.
But I don't hear Ernie Johnson, and I don't hear, anybody saying that LeBron is the great. He's a great ambassador.
Oh, they do too?
They should.
They say.
They should. The way
Tom Brady is a great ambassador.
He is, Skip. But stop making it seem like others are not. Drew Brees is equally.
Okay, but Drew Brees isn't Tom Brady.
Oh, my goodness. Skip Bayless.
No, he's not.
Okay, well, who's LeBron James?
Kevin Durant?
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
No, if there's only one Tom Brady, there's only one LeBron James.
Okay, I'll give you that. Just off the court. Yeah, off the court.
On the court.
Just off the court.
Well, off the court, Drew Brees was Walter Payton Man of the Year. Walter Payton Man of the Year.
He's a really good guy.
Yeah, okay, so how we going to do this? Hey, he's gonna get 500.
I know, but Tom Brady is hated by much of the
Nobody hates Tom Brady.
Oh, stop it. Most people do. They're jealous. They're resentful.
The thing is,
cheated.
If you do not
baloney.
Listen, all players are hated if you do not play for their team in their city. You don't think Drew Brees is hated?
I don't think he's hated. I never hear anybody say, I hate Drew Brees.
I don't think so.
Go to Atlanta.
Go to Atlanta.
Yeah, they hate him.
They hate him in Atlanta?
Yeah.
No, they just fear him.
No, they hate him. No, they hate him.
They hate him?
Yes, they hate him.
Because he said bad things about Atlanta? I don't think so.
No, because he played for the Saints.
Really?
That's the Saints, and that's their rivalry.
Yeah, kind of.
Are you sure you don't want to elevate the B to a B plus?
No,
Skip did make some good arguments.
B.
Solid B.
B.
That's it.
B.
Yeah.
Lucky I didn't give him a B minus.
Yeah.
41 years
LeBron
old.
is always A plus.
No, Skip. Now I've given LeBron B's a couple of times. C plus.
B's?
Yep.
You have
C plus?
Yep. Sometimes.
Lord.
When he had that 8 turnover game, Skip Bayless.
Yeah.
You remember?
Yeah. He had 3 more last night. You can't stop him.
Hey,
He's a turnover machine.
Hold on. He should get an A for playing because he told you he didn't want to play.
I know.
So I'm going to give him an A for even playing. He shouldn't have been out there.
I give him an A for playing because I think he did it just for me.
And he played well, too, didn't he?
Yeah.
Off to a hot start here in the studio. Will the Cowboys get a big win Sunday in Houston? And will the Chiefs stay undefeated? Skip and Shannon will make their picks coming up next.